What is up, gang? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And today we are going to talk about a few things circulating in the news and just talk about a topic. It's really, really sad. Talking about these politicians in the United States, the connections that they make, and how we end up with elected officials that are just outright crooks. It's nothing short of criminal what these people are doing in the U.S. government. And it's sad that we don't have anyone to choose from but the crooks that we have that are in office that take advantage of the situations that they are in. And in this specific story, I got the hiccups, by the way. We're going to be talking about Elizabeth Warren, Jamie Dimon, the banks, in this whole bit. We're going to look at a video and I'm going to react to this video. But first, let's just jump over here to the actual website. This is on ccn.com news. So the title says, Elizabeth Warren, Bitcoin basher to bank buddy. Senator's crypto transformation raises eyebrows. And so the takeaways of the story, the senator calls cryptocurrencies a threat and aligned herself with major banks on the issue. Gee, I wonder why. And then it says the shift from her previous stance towards banks has sparked from NSA whistleblower. I think it was supposed to say has sparked a response from NSA whistleblower Edward Snowden of the fact that she is bought and paid for. Okay. And then it says crypto advocates have publicly criticized Warren's apparent change of heart. Well, duh, because she's a criminal. Now, you've probably seen in the news by now, Mr. Okay, I had to stop the video because the hiccups are so bad. And then as soon as I press stop, where do the hiccups go? They go away. So now I can talk again. Watch the hiccups come right back just because I started this video again. So anyway, back to the topic at hand. You all have heard this whole story about Jamie Dimon. Jamie Dimon is the CEO of JP Morgan. And this guy is a criminal. He is a consummate criminal. He's probably a narcissist and he is a liar. And it's sad that we have someone that would be in such a powerful position with a bank, an investment firm like JP Morgan that is part of our banking system and Federal Reserve System. Look up who the member banks are. It's sad that a person like this would have this much power and be able to pull off the things that he does. Where he gets in the news and he tells the, I can't remember what news network had broken the story or had done this interview, but he was saying that, of course, cryptocurrency is used for money laundering and drug trafficking and people trafficking and nefarious things, all the worst things in the world. And if he were the government, he would shut it down if he had the authority. And then the day after he does that, he buys Bitcoin. And this is the second time that he's done this. So you come out and you make a statement blasting crypto. Like, I think it was last year when he came out and made the announcement that anyone in his company caught trading crypto would be fired immediately. And then the price of Bitcoin went down something like 24%. And he bought a big bag of Bitcoin after he made that statement. Here we go again. He makes this disparaging remark about Bitcoin, which didn't actually tank the price. And right after he does that, he's buying Bitcoin. But then we are supposed to just take this. And no one is challenging him on this, except for those of you who are like us, who are pro-crypto and involved in investing in the future of blockchain. So it's pretty sad. Lie to everyone's face and turn around and do the opposite just for power and financial gain. Well, let's move right along. I want to show you this video here. Let's just watch the video, and then I'm going to stop it as we're going so I can respond.
And I do want to separate crypto from cryptocurrency.
Sure.
Which is
Okay, wait a minute. We got to
Am I
stop
buying-
right there. I don't know if you could hear that, but the first thing that he said was stupid, just right off the bat. But I need to play this again. I just turned the volume up because I want to make sure that you heard what he just said so you can kind of get an idea of how absurd and ridiculous that this whole interview is. This is just stupidity in action, and I think the whole thing is a setup. All right, listen to this.
It seems like one of the central debates on, and I do want to separate crypto from cryptocurrency.
Okay, so that says it right there. This whole thing is a setup. What a gas. What a gas. He wants to separate crypto from cryptocurrency. What does that mean? You want to explain to me what the difference between crypto and cryptocurrency is? That's like my family calls me Carl, and professionally I'm Carlton. But I want you to know the difference between Carl and Carlton. Completely ridiculous. Okay, let's jump back to the video here and continue on.
Sure. Which is, if I buy Bitcoin, am I buying a share of stock, or am I buying a pork belly, or am I buying euros? What am I
Or are
buying?
you buying air?
Oh wow. Okay, you're going in. What is
I'm going
it?
in.
Yeah. What is
Because
it?
that's the
Ooh,
point.
she's going in.
We're buying something that other people believe either is going to go up in value, presumably that's why you're buying it, or think it's going to go down in value, which is presumably why someone else is selling it.
Okay, so she just explained the entire stock market. She explained gold. Gold does nothing, but people buy gold because they think it's going to go up, or they sell it if it's going to go down. This is beyond stupidity. They can't be this stupid. That's why I think that this is all, it's BS. They have a hidden agenda because I don't really think that they're that stupid. They're smarter than that. Let's continue on.
But that's it. It's a bet on whether this thing, this ephemeral token, will become more valuable or less valuable.
Oh, ephemeral token.
Why isn't it the same as a pork belly? Or like, let's go with why isn't it platinum or silver? Since there's a finite amount of this, if we just look at Bitcoin, forget it. The idea is that there's a finite amount of Bitcoin that can be created by these computer programs.
Well, sort of.
Do you accept that? No, you
Actually,
don't.
I'm not even sure I'm there with you. Look, at the end of the day, with platinum, there's actually a thing, right? With Bitcoin, there's no thing that backs it up. And that's what makes it different. It's just belief.
Okay, I got to stop here. Belief. So, what do you call the U.S. dollar? What do we call it when the Federal Reserve Bank types numbers on a computer and sends money to the U.S. Treasury that comes from nowhere? Nothing is even printed. We talk about printing money. All they got to do is this. Type a number, hit enter, and there it is. What about that is different than what this criminal just described? And the only reason why the US dollar has value is because we believe in it, even though it doesn't exist and can be created out of thin air, just like they described Bitcoin. This is frustrating. It's hard for me to watch this. Okay, I'm getting excited. All right, let's move on a little bit more.
You and I assess. You assess the value is going to go down. I assess it's going to go up, and therefore I buy.
So it's more like this artwork,
No,
No?
because at the end of the day, I can hang that thing on my wall,
right?
and I can enjoy it,
But you
or
could
I
sell
can
it.
throw darts at it.
Okay, I want to throw darts at both of them. I need to print this out so I can throw darts at both of them because they frustrate me so much. So I would ask her a question. You ever heard of Windows 95? Who remembers Windows 3.1? Let's talk about the progression of the Windows operating system. Windows 3.1, Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows XP, and then Windows 7. And then we went to Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11. Now, what is the difference between the three that are at the tail end, Windows 11, 10, and 8, and the first several that I mentioned? What's the difference? Well, if you said that there was something tangible and physical that you could hold, you were right. So let me see if I've got one around here. I guess I don't. I don't even have one. So Windows 3.1 came on a set of 6 diskettes, 3.5-inch rigid diskettes that went into the A drive of your computer. Some of you won't even know what an A drive is, but you had to put the disks in one by one and it would load, and the little A drive would make this loud noise as it was reading, as the head was reading, and you would go all the way up to disk 6 until Windows 3.1 was fully loaded. Then we had Windows 95, and by that time we had the CD-ROM. And so you would load Windows 95 with a physical CD-ROM. Then we had Windows 98, came on CD-ROM, so did Windows 2000, which added the network aspect for professional use. And then you had Windows XP, and I think Windows 7 is the last one that I've got way over there in my file cabinet here in my office. It's the last one that I purchased that had a physical disk. What happened after that? If you said download, you're correct. So can you tangibly touch Windows 11, Elizabeth Warren? But does Windows 11, even though it's ephemeral, what's the word? Not ethereal, ephemeral. Even though it doesn't exist because it's in thin air, does it do something and have value? You idiot. Yeah, it does. And let's compare that to the US dollar that you and the criminals that run the Federal Reserve Bank absolutely just abuse year after year when you print it in the trillions. So you get to type the numbers into the computer to send fake money to the Treasury and spend it on whatever you want. And all of the member banks of the Federal Reserve, they get rich while we have to continue working and stay poor. And then if anything comes up against that, well, you want to go attack mode, because you and the rest of the criminal politicians and the people who are not elected, that are not the government, that are the Federal Reserve System, you guys want to remain in power and keep it away from us. One day people are going to wake up. One day I think people are going to wake up and realize how the whole U.S. monetary system is criminal. I'm sorry, but it is. Because they get to decide on printing $200 billion, and then they give that money to all the defense contractors who make munitions, and then they send those munitions over to Ukraine to bomb the Russians, right? And so the people who work at those factories, they get paid, and the company makes massive profits, right? But then we turn around and we have companies like BlackRock and JP Morgan that buy stock in those defense contractors, because guess what? When they get the $200 billion worth of orders, stock price go way up. And so they get rich. Inflation happens, and then we have to pay $25 for a pack of hot dogs at the grocery store. So while they debase the dollar, we get left holding the bag. We have to pay the price through inflation because they desecrated the value of one USD. So while we have to pay $25 for that pack of hot dogs, BlackRock and everybody else is getting rich because the stocks are going up astronomically over and above the rate of inflation, so they get richer while we get poor. Wake up, America. Please wake up. I want you to post in the comments below and tell me if you learned anything. Tell me what your tolerance level is of these crooked criminal people that are in our government. We won't even get on the Joe Biden thing. We won't even get on what Colorado did today. That's in the next video because I'm too upset about all of this right now to get into that. So we'll save that for the next video. But this is very dire, and it's a very sad situation. And we're not the only bad ones. This is worldwide because the world is going to hell in a handbasket. Values are gone. Greed is at an all-time high, and everybody wants to remain in control. Everyone does. You've heard the news. The European Union wanting to attack Twitter. They're probably going to do a DDoS attack. Give it 6 months. They're saying they want to take Twitter down because they don't abide by their rules, and they don't want people posting their opinions on X. So they want it gone. This is the situation that we are in the world. And I do hope that cryptocurrency can save us from the direction that we are headed. But post in the comments below and let me know what you think. Are you as disgusted as I am, or are you just okay with it all? Let me know. I want to know. And also, would you tell a friend and share this video? I don't say that much, but it's time for us to grow. We have to grow. We need more people producing content that talk about the disgusting situation that we are in with the U.S. government, and we need to spread the word. So I'm asking you right now, send this to a friend. I don't care if they're into cryptocurrency or not. Pass it along. Let's go past 10,000 subs. We're at 8,000 and a handful right now. Let's push it past 10,000 and then grow to 20, then 50, then 100,000, and to the moon from there and beyond. I'm fired up. All right, I'm going to stop here. But one more favor, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And if you want to help me defray the cost of producing this channel, you may do so with the giving of a super thanks. And I thank you in advance. I'm serious, guys. I spend like $400 a month to do this. And it's not just the money that I have to spend for all of the licensing and all of the stuff and the internet connection, the 1 gigabit internet. It's not just that, but it's the opportunity cost. For me to make a living as an engineer, I charge $200 an hour to my clients so I can put food on the table, buy clothing, pay my bills, keep my kids in school, take care of my whole family. But for every hour that I'm producing videos, it's $200 out of my pocket that I could have been making from doing consulting. So I have an opportunity cost and I have a production cost. That's why I'm always begging for money. Just so you know. But big, huge thank you to all of my crew who has been giving me super chats up until now. I thank you so much. Even for the ones that are just 99 cents. I really appreciate you. I seriously do. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. I am going to shut up. And let's see here. I need to flip a couple of these things so I can get this ending right. All right, here we go. This is Carlton, and I am out.